I'm going to keep you way out here just to have you stay out of my way. Let's see if I can't do this. Yeah, I guess I could do it with this my 4-inch knife. It's already starting to run. I might be able to get enough on there to where it will look a lot better than it does now. Maybe I can put it on with my little 1.5 inch blade first. And see, I've got some on my step, and I'm not going to wipe it off. I'm just going to let it set there until it dries, and I can peel it off. You know what I mean? I was thinking about just leaving it. I thought, no, I always like to try to do the best I can. And it's working. That's looking a lot better. And what I'll have to do is let this dry, and then it looks like I'll have to put some more on, which I could do. To get it looking exactly how I want. Okay? Alright, that's all I can do right now. I got some ridges on there, and I'll just take my paintbrush and kind of blend in above there. There. And once that dries, then I'll put some more up. I should have, you know what I should have done on that? I should have done that the very first thing, shouldn't I have? But then chances are I would have gotten it, I would have got my toes in it or something. I can see where I should have pulled it down lower. Lower down, right down in there, huh? I think I'm just gonna, that's all I can do for today on that. And I'll clean this out, put it away, and I'm sure I'll be out here tomorrow. I'll be out there tomorrow to touch that up, and maybe I'll even do the top 2 stairs, like I should have, but I didn't. Okay. And right there is where I poured from, so I'll just put it back in from right there, and I'll just get this as best I can. I don't want to get it perfect because I don't want to get any goobers that have dried up possibly in my pan. Okay. So that's all I'm going to put back in there, and then I'll take my paintbrush, because I poured from right here, so I've got good material from here all the way down. See all this? Look at all that. And then I can do the whole bottom around because I've lowered it down in the 5-gallon bucket by 2 inches. So if I get that last 2 inches and get it back in there, that's a lot of material I've got on the side of my bucket that might be just what I needed, you know, for next time. You know what I mean? And I don't want to scrape anything off higher because I've got all this other stuff is dry inside the bucket. I don't want to get any of that scraped down there. Okay. I can take that last little bit and throw in there like that. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'll be able to clean up. I'm going to clean off all the stuff off my knives, my drywall knives, all that kind of stuff, and my paintbrush. And I've already wiped around where I poured this out. Where I poured it out, I've already pretty much wiped underneath here, and I don't really want to do much with this. I know I'm going to get in here another time, so I don't have to do anything much. If this was the last time I was going to be in here, and if I had a gallon left in there, 3/4 a gallon, 2 gallons, whatever, I clean off this edge after it dried, clean all that up underneath the edge and stuff, so that I could put, when I put this back on, it's going to seal nice and tight. But then I would take a piece of plastic, I cut a piece of plastic yay big, push it right down into my material, and then I close the lid. Now can you see why I would do that? Because once I put the lid on and smash it down, I'm going to have this much air from here to here inside the bucket. That air is going to dry out the top of my material, whether it be drywall mud, paint, or my roofing material. So if I was going to set this bucket in the garage for the next 6 months to a year without getting into it, that's what I would do. I'd put that plastic down there. That way when I pull it up next time, I'd have to lift that plastic up out of there. Can you see there? That is going to keep everything tight and all that. But because I'm going to get into this tomorrow or the next day, I've got it nice and cleaned and all the material back down in there. Now I can snap this on. I want to make sure it snaps all the way around, and I believe it has. You don't want it to not have been snapped anywhere, especially if you're going to store it. You want it all snapped down nice and tight. Okay? That's going to assure me the only air that I have in there is from here down, and that should be fine for 2 days. 6 months from now, no. A month from now, probably, probably not. I'd still put the plastic in. Don't think, oh, I'm going to get into it in a month, and then I'm not going to put that plastic. Joe's full of it. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's fine. And then you don't, and then you pull this can out of your garage or in your storage a year from now, and when you pull it off, there's going to be skin on top of that, and a little light bulb is going to go off in your mind. Oh yeah, you're going to remember this video on what Video Joe told you what to do. Okay, remember that. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do today. I'll get everything cleaned up. See, that's looking a lot better, but I can see that it's already wanting to slide down. But because it's nice and shady out here now, I'm not really. Hopefully, it doesn't sag much more than that. If it does, it does. And either way, I'm still going to skin it. I'm still going to skin it again to make it look a little better than what I've got. And I see I should have done that little bit too. See, right there. I got all my stuff put away, and when I do that next time, I'll have to remember to do that over there. And I doubt, very seriously, I'm going to have to do anything more to these stairs other than the top 2 stairs. Tomorrow when I have it out for that, I'll get up there with my 6-inch knife. Not that I have to, but if I put my 6-inch knife and do it the same way that I did these stairs down here, the top 2 finishes will line up with these other 8 stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with these other 7 stairs. You see what I'm saying? And I'll have little lines, and it kind of looks like skip trowel. And I'll look at these and see if I notice a little lower spot than what I'd like. When I have this stuff out, I can go back through these stairs and I can double check everything if I want tomorrow. Do you see what I mean? Hey, you're the boss. That's the thing. That's the beauty of doing this on your own too. You don't have to get all antsy and watch somebody else and, oh man, it's taking them all day, and he told me it's $100 an hour, and they took off for lunch, and they took off early, and what time did he say he got here, and now he wants me to pay him for 8 hours, and I think he was only here for 6.5 hours. Now what do I do with that? And he left it like this, and I wish he would have done this, and this, and this. And if I call him back, he's going to charge me another $100 an hour to come back, and blah, 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 blah. No, don't do all that. Save your money. You know, save it. Do it yourself. You got the time, the patience, and the effort to do things yourself. Yeah, you can do it. I got 3/4 to a gallon left in there. I'm gonna go back to the store. I think. Remember I told you, if you were on the other video, I got this stuff at Lowe's. They were discontinuing it because they don't really care. I'm surprised they even had it, because Henry, usually you can find that at the Home Depot, and then Lowe's has their own brands that they use. Well, they tried some Henry, and then they decided, oh, we're not going to sell it anymore. We've got all of our other stuff, and they were selling the last little bit they had that they were discontinuing. I got this whole 5-gallon container, $42, and I saw something fairly close to this at the Home Depot for $392. It was something slightly different than this one, but it was still white, still had elastomeric on it, still was 12-year, and that's what all this kind of stuff was. $392. They had it chained up with a padlock on it because they had 5-gallon containers sitting there on the ground. They didn't want anyone to steal it because it's so expensive. I got that for $42. So I should drive back to Lowe's, see if they have it. And they had some other stuff. It was exactly like this without extreme, and instead of 12-year, it was 7-year for $29, and they had 7 or 8 5-gallon containers. I should have picked one up, but I thought 5 gallons was going to be plenty, and it will be. But if they have another 5, and if they only have the 7-year, I can get it. If they have the 12-year, I can get it, and then I can just store it in my storage area. And next year, if I know after the snow and stuff, I'll probably have to touch these up, use another 3/4 to a gallon on it, and then I would have enough for the next 5 or 6 years doing touch up on here or whatever. Okay, so I may go back to the store, and if they have some more, I'm going to get it. And if they don't have any more, and if I needed more, I just buy whatever they have on the shelf for a 1-gallon container, and I can do it that way too. Not now, but next time I do anything in there, because whatever I'm going to do tomorrow on there, I'm only going to use a little bit of material, to fix this bottom and the top 2 stairs. You can see how it's dragging downwards now, but whatever happens, I'll be able to fix it tomorrow. And I'll still have maybe this much left from here down. Another reason why I'm going to have to make sure to put plastic in there before I store it, because if that ever skins up, I'd hardly, if I didn't use it for another year and got this out, if the top bit's skinned up, I'm going to lose half the container trying to get it out and digging out the good stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? So always remember that, to put plastic in there. That way the air that's inside your container won't dry up whatever you got in there, okay? Please remember that if you didn't remember anything else about this video, okay? Time to wrap it up. Now I want you to catch something here. You know how flexible that was before I started. So remember I was saying if I come out here tomorrow I can do the 2 top steps and I can finish off the bottom edge of that. Well, I might want to wait 3 or 4 days. I'll look at the weather and see what's going on to let this harden up. And worst case scenario, if I wanted to do this tomorrow, I just have to make sure not to step on this bottom step at all. And remember this other one, I had to fix it. Where was it? I think it was right there. I'd have to make sure to step over on this side to go up there, and that if you really got to do it the very next day. But if you can wait a few days, I'd wait a few days. Then I would still try to push on that with my fingers or something, and just be real careful with that, because this bottom step, I don't think I should have to do anything more to that bottom step in reality. If I just let that dry on there, can you see the more days that this dries, what's going to happen is the moist roofing material that's underneath the skin of the roofing material, that's going to eventually dry and harden up just as hard as the rest of the material on there if you give it enough time. So there's another tip for you. If you're going to fill something up like that, and if the weather's going to change on you, just know that could be spongy for the next few months if you just put it on and you don't have enough time for the sun to dry it out in the next few weeks before winter comes. So hey, maybe you should have done your patch earlier in the fall or something like that. Okay, so I'll have to kind of think about that before I do any more to these stairs. So these are looking nice. Ah, that's looking good. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Always I say always. Here, let's get you in here. I'll always be making more videos for you, whatever it is around the house. When I go to somebody's house, if I can make a video of it and put it on my channel, so I think it might save you some money around the house, I'm gonna do it. So watch for them on my channel, and hopefully you're a subscriber of mine. Please, if you're not, subscribe. Even if you are a subscriber, you're not, click the bell by my name to be assured that you will never miss a new upload that I'm going to post on my channel. And I post very often, so the more you watch, the more you learn.